Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're plunging into a really fascinating space. How AI isn't just, changing industries, but actually creating brand new ways for individuals to generate wealth to build businesses.
Absolutely. It's moving beyond just theory now. We're seeing actual platforms emerge designed specifically to speed up this transformation.
And that's what we're focusing on today, right? This new platform, WealthWeaver.
Exactly. WealthWeaver from EON AI Ventures. The idea is to scale up AI-driven innovation and, digital wealth creation. And it's really leaning on a strategic partnership with EON Reality, which is key.
Okay, so our mission for this deep dive then is to unpack what WealthWeaver actually is, how it's supposed to work, and crucially, what it might mean for you thinking about entrepreneurship and digital ownership. And we're basing this on a recent press release from EON AI Ventures about the WealthWeaver launch, and also a pretty substantial white paper they put out. What was the title? Building the World's Next Hub for AI-Powered Entrepreneurship. Something like that.
And digital wealth creation. Yes, that's the one. And together, these sources, they paint a pretty compelling picture. They talk about an emerging agent economy and this very structured 90-day path to digital ownership.
A 90-day path.
Yeah.
Okay, it sounds like they're positioning it as a new way forward for economic mobility, really changing how we think about creating value.
That seems to be the core message, yes.
So let's dig into that. The press release calls WealthWeaver a turnkey venture-building platform. What does turnkey actually mean here? Especially for, say, a university or an accelerator looking at this.
Well, turnkey basically means it's ready to go. Think of it like buying a franchise, maybe. You're not starting absolutely from scratch. You get the infrastructure, the blueprints, market-tested strategies, all designed to launch AI businesses much faster.
So it's for institutions.
Primarily, yes. Universities, accelerators, governments, regional partners. The idea is to help them take local talent and turn them into, globally competitive AI business owners pretty quickly.
Okay, that makes sense. A way to fast-track things. And the core of it, the sources say, is this 6-platform innovation stack. Can you break that down a bit? What does that involve for someone participating?
Sure. So it's not just about learning theory. It's meant to be a whole ecosystem. It blends AI development, getting to market, accelerating the venture, and actually generating revenue.
Right.
And a key part is enabling participants to create AI agents, these monetizable pieces of software using no-code platforms from EON Reality.
No code is huge. So you don't need to be a programmer.
Exactly. That lowers the barrier significantly. Imagine building a specialized virtual assistant or a data analysis tool using visual interfaces. Plus, they get access to these pre-built venture blueprints and go-to-market templates.
Okay, but here's something that really jumped out at me from the press release. This promise. Generating sustainable revenue, they say, in just 90 days. And they back it with a guarantee. Over $15,000 a month.
Yeah.
That sounds, incredibly ambitious. How can they possibly make that happen beyond just having templates?
It is ambitious, no doubt. It challenges the whole traditional startup timeline. The sources suggest it works because it's highly optimized, very template-driven, almost like, as I said, a franchise model, but for AI ventures.
Okay.
Participants aren't starting cold. They're using proven frameworks, tapping into a global marketplace to own and license these digital agents their IP. It cuts down the technical hurdles and startup friction, supposedly helped by this growing smart licensee network across, over 100 countries?
Right, the network effect.
Oh.
So connecting this to the bigger picture, the white paper seems like the manifesto behind it all. It talks about this global imperative for agent-driven business models. What exactly is the agent economy beyond just automating stuff?
Yeah, the white paper really lays out the vision, the agent economy. It's this idea where specialized AI agents start replacing static apps, unlocking more value. It's not just automation for efficiency's sake. It's about turning AI into a revenue-generating asset that individuals or institutions can actually own, like intellectual property. So it's trying to democratize access to sophisticated AI, moving it beyond just the big tech companies.
That shift from just using AI to owning AI assets, that makes sense. And the white paper pushes this idea of moving from human capital to IP capital. Why is that distinction so important?
Well, Human capital is your skills, your knowledge, your time, essentially. IP capital is the value you get from owning intellectual property patents, copyrights, or in this case, these AI agent models you can license out.
Ah, I see.
The shift is crucial because it moves you from selling your labor, basically, to owning scalable digital assets that can earn money more independently. The white paper even defines 5 types of agent ventures to give institutions a framework for generating actual businesses in education, industry, government.
And that ties back to the 90-day guarantee model again, I suppose.
Exactly. It's all presented as this new playbook for deploying innovation based on performance, offering roadmaps for governments, universities, investors trying to, future-proof their regions.
And it's all built on EON Reality's infrastructure. They're described as a leader in AI-powered XR and knowledge transfer. That partnership seems pretty central.
It absolutely is. Every WealthWeaver licensee gets access to that infrastructure AI XR, which is already used in over 100 countries. Think about having a library of, 8 million knowledge objects and AI models ready to use.
Wow, 8 million. That's huge. So you're not starting from zero content-wise either.
Precisely. It means participants aren't building the foundational models or content from scratch. The partnership also includes things like custom co-branding, onboarding, tech support, and critically, integration with the EON marketplace for licensing and monetizing the agent IP you create.
So the idea is to leapfrog the usual startup grind.
Essentially, yes. Plug directly into a global digital economy, which, brings up the question, who is this actually for? Who should be looking into this?
Well, the sources are pretty clear on that. They say WealthWeaver is built for universities wanting to become venture creators, incubators, and accelerators wanting faster results. Economic development agencies building local hubs.
Right.
Investors and philanthropies looking for scalable, inclusive entrepreneurship. And also national training agencies tackling youth unemployment or upskilling. And licensing is open now for partners to become hosts.
So it's quite a broad target audience, all centered around building these AI ventures at scale.
Okay, so let's try to summarize as we wrap up this deep dive. WealthWeaver presents itself as this comprehensive ecosystem, turning local talent into global AI business owners.
Through that 6-platform stack and the EON Reality partnership,
Key features being the no-code agent creation, the venture blueprints, and that really eye-catching 90-day guarantee aiming for over $15K a month in revenue.
And underpinning it all, the white paper's ideas, the rise of the agent economy, the big shift from human capital to owning IP capital, and that framework for different agent ventures.
Right. Both sources really hammer home that this is a pathway for various institutions and maybe even individuals eventually to plug into the global digital economy much faster than usual.
Leapfrogging the traditional cycles, as they put it.
So here's a final thought for you, the listener. WealthWeaver envisions IP becoming the new currency of economic mobility. If that's the case, what does this shift towards digital ownership really mean for traditional education, for traditional career paths? How might you start thinking about generating and actually owning your own digital assets?
And building on that, maybe consider how this move towards an agent economy, if it takes hold, could fundamentally change how innovation happens, how wealth is created, not just globally, but right there in your own community.
Definitely food for thought. Keep exploring, keep asking questions, and keep digging into these evolving economic models.